Foolio's killer's new footage is going viral. Let's watch it. 6 months ago. Better late than never, though, right? Let's do it.
New footage in Julio Foolio's murder case shows the unprofessionalism of his killers and adds to the huge stack of evidence against them. But more than that, remember how the case states that there are 5 suspects in the murder, right? Well, there's been rumors of a potential 6th suspect, and it's someone
That sixth suspect. Oh no, they gonna throw Youngin Ace's face up on there, bro? That's crazy. Hold on, let's see what they talking about though.
y'all know. In this video, we gonna go
Wait, what? Hold on, double it back.
against them. But more than that, remember how the case states that there are 5 suspects in the murder, right? Well, there's been rumors of a potential 6th suspect, and it's someone y'all know. In this
Damn, they just gonna put Youngin Ace's face up on there like that, bro? Damn.
video, we gonna go through the new footage going viral and talk about the 6th suspect in the murder of Julio Foolio. New footage going viral. Jumping straight into the details, police investigation showed that Sean Gathright, the prime suspect in the murder of Julio
Damn, bro, that's crazy, huh? Just these young gentlemen throwing their life down the drain. Man.
Foolio, used his mom's car, a 2008 Chevy Impala, to carry out the shooting. A neighbor, who has been listed as a witness, also provided the cops with security footage of Sean moving a bag, believed to be filled with weapons, into his mom's car. Like, can y'all believe that this dumb kid really used his mom's car to carry out an operation like that? A lot could have gone wrong. What if someone tried to retaliate and shoot up the car when his mom was inside? On the other hand, Gathright wasn't even smart enough to know that when you do something like that, you're supposed to cover or at least change the license plates. The whole thing was caught on camera,
Damn, there ain't no way he didn't even change the license plates.
making the police job a walk in the park. This isn't only what these dumb kids did. The whole operation reeked of amateurs. And we'll get to all that in a second. First, I want to give you a more detailed account of the police investigation.
That's crazy. You know, you go do something like that, you figure that you'd be smart enough to take the plates off. You know, all you need is a screwdriver. Literally, just a screwdriver. You know, boom, boom, take it off or just cover it up with something. I don't know.
That led them to the bottom of the case.
Damn, look at that shit, bro. He's just right there with the straight chop, bro. God
The
damn.
night of June 22nd, 2024, was supposed to be a celebration for Jacksonville rapper Julio Foolio. He had traveled to Tampa, Florida to mark his 26th birthday, sharing his plans on Instagram, which included appearances at Teaser's Gentlemen's Club and Truth 18 nightclub. However, unknown to him, a group of individuals, later identified by JSO as Sean Gathright, Isaiah Chance, Alicia Andrews, Rashad Murphy, and Davion Murphy, had sinister plans that would turn his celebration into a nightmare. They drove into Tampa, Florida in a silver Chevrolet Cruze, a black Chevrolet Impala.
All right, so they did this right. And it's obvious, you know, Julio Foolio had a name for himself. So, you know, someone had probably had that offer of money for them to drive all the way out there and do it. Because I mean, there is a lot of people out there that would kill someone over hatred. But, yeah, I feel like for sure, you know, there had to be money involved in this hit.
And rented an Airbnb to set up their base of operations. The Airbnb would also prove to be a dumb decision, not because of the renting, but for a mistake Rashad made, but we'll get to that later. On the night of June 23rd, Isaiah Chance and his girlfriend Alicia Andrews were in the Cruze, while Gathright and the Murphy brothers were in the Impala. Surveillance footage later revealed that Chance was using his cell phone to communicate with Gathright, coordinating their movements as they tracked Jones and his entourage from one location to another. At around 4:30 a.m., the Cruze drove by Foolio's parked vehicles twice before parking at the side of the Home 2 Suites by Hilton, where Foolio and his friends were staying. Moments later, the 3 occupants of the Impala got out and began shooting at his vehicle. The front windshield of the Dodge Charger that Foolio was riding in was struck multiple times, killing him and injuring 2 others. The back window of a Nissan Altima, parked about 10 feet away, was also hit, injuring another victim. The shooters used AR-style rifles equipped with brass catchers, devices designed to collect spent casings, preventing them from falling to the ground. However, the third
Damn, bro. Hold on.
was also hit, injuring another. The back window of a Nissan Altima, parked about 10 feet away, was also hit, injuring another victim. The shooters used AR-style rifles equipped with brass catchers, devices designed to collect
The catchers, bro. Damn. Like, they had all that shit, but wasn't smart enough to take the plates off their car, bro. And now they're paying for it. Just like, I don't know.
spent casings, preventing them from falling to the ground. However, the third shooter had a fully automatic pistol, leaving behind 31 9mm spent shell casings at the scene. These casings were later determined to have likely been fired by a Generation 5 Glock. The investigation that followed was meticulous and thorough. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, in collaboration with the Tampa Police Department, used license plate readers to track the suspect vehicles. They discovered that both the Cruze and the Impala had left Jacksonville on the afternoon of June 22nd, around the same time Jones began posting on Instagram about his whereabouts. On June 26th, the Gwinnett County Sheriff's Office in Georgia located the Cruze in a hotel parking lot in Norcross. Rashad Murphy, the lone occupant, attempted to flee but was arrested on misdemeanor charges of obstruction and providing false information to law enforcement. Examination of the Cruze revealed damage on the rear passenger side, matching the vehicle seen in the surveillance footage at the homicide scene. But the report doesn't show whether Murphy was questioned about the homicide while in Georgia custody. That makes sense because he was soon freed shortly after. That same day, the Impala was found in Polk County near the home of a family member of Gathright. A family member told investigators that Gathright had called on June 23rd, saying he was on his way to visit and arrived in the Impala sometime during the evening. Gathright claimed he had given a ride to a couple of friends, ate dinner at the home, and then returned to Jacksonville in a Toyota 4Runner registered to his mother, leaving the Impala behind but taking some items with him. On June 27th, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office executed search warrants at the homes of Gathright and Chance. At Gathright's home, they found a gun safe containing multiple rifles, including one equipped with a brass catcher, and 2 9mm spent casings that matched those found at the scene of Jones's murder. At Chance's home, officers found 2 Glock 9mm pistols and a poster on Chance's bedroom wall depicting a drawing with fists making a thumbs down symbol and the words "bully down," believed to be a reference to Jones. Phone records revealed that after the shooting, Gathright drove the Impala to conceal it at his family member's house in Polk County, while Davian Murphy took the Cruze back to Jacksonville. The other 3 defendants took an Uber. Before we continue, I want to quickly brush y'all on something. The prime suspect, 18-year-old Sean Gathright, is not only linked to this heinous crime, but also to a previous attempt on Foolio's life. To fully understand the situation, let's quickly take a trip to October 2023, the year Foolio was shot in the foot. Surprisingly, new evidence has surfaced connecting Gathright to that attack as well. Back in October 2023, Julio Foolio was the target of a brazen attack. Very early in the morning, he drove out to a convenience store to buy some vape. However, on the way, he was ambushed at a red light, and in the process, he was shot in foot. This incident was a clear message that Foolio's life was in danger. At the time, the identity of the shooter remained a mystery, but the recent investigation into Foolio's murder has brought new evidence to light. Do y'all remember back when I said the police found the Chevy Impala? Well, they did their investigation and uncovered links that showed that the spent rifle casings found in Gathright's vehicle was linked to the prior attempt to kill Jones in October 2023. These shell casings were a crucial piece of evidence, linking Gathright to the previous attempt on Foolio's life. This connection was more than just circumstantial. It painted a clear picture of Gathright's involvement in a series of violent incidents. Gathright's arrest came during a routine traffic stop. Police found a 9mm pistol, a rifle, and 9 spent cartridge casings from the larger gun in his possession. As you already know, he wasn't acting alone. Isaiah Chance and his girlfriend Alicia Andrews were also arrested by the Jacksonville police.
Damn, bro, they caught him when it was raining. That's crazy. He was just living reckless out there, huh? Riding around with,
And brought into custody. At this point, Davion Murphy and Rashad Murphy were still on the run, wanted by the police. Now, if you remember at the start of this video, I told y'all that I was going to show you more on just how dumb these killers were. Well, let's get back to that. The investigation into the Julio Foolio murder case has resulted in the discovery of much evidence on the action of Gathright and his accomplices. However, one that stands out and also paints their stupidity is the new viral leak of a conversation Isaiah Chance had in a Twitter space. If there's a rule every criminal that has existed lives by, it's that the feds are always listening. However, in recent times, there's been a modification to that rule. It's to never air your business on social media because someone is most likely recording. Isaiah must have forgotten this rule when he boldly confessed to a crime he was about to commit. He probably thought he was smart, using code words like fish and all. But if we could figure it out, the feds definitely can.
Oh, you got bigger fish to fry.
You with the fish.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
and they're really just sitting there talking about all this shit on the net. And that's what I noticed nowadays. Dudes are out here like killing people or whatever, right? And then like they go and talk about it like on Instagram live and whatever they're on. What is this? Twitter? I don't know what they're talking on, but bro.
I just twisted that bitch so bad, bro. Cause I don't got no fish to fry. I done threw my big net out there and
Is this boy dumb? That's probably what's going through your mind right now, and you're right, the boy is dumb. It's little moments like this, when tied to other little moments, that could influence the opinion of the jury or of the court. There's no escaping, because the judge on the case recently denied Isaiah Chance, Sean Gathright, and Alicia Andrews bond. Right now, there's enough time for the prosecution to put together enough evidence to send to prison. But what do I know? Moving past that, y'all know how Rashad Murphy and Davion Murphy are wanted by the police. Well, they finally arrested Rashad, but there's so much more details popping up that you gotta hear. Fourth suspect, Rashad Murphy's beef with Foolio. When it comes to the question of the motive behind the attack, there hasn't been a lot of answers. Many focus on Sean Gathright and wonder why a teenager would try to kill Foolio twice. But for a moment, I want y'all to shift y'all focus to the bad blood between Foolio and Rashad Murphy. Why the motive behind killing Foolio might be retaliation. In 2018, Joe Rod Adams, also known as 1200 Spaz, a promising young talent in the local rap scene, was brutally murdered by Robert Howard, aka Kenny Caps, the right-hand man of rapper Foolio. The night of the murder was chaotic and brutal. 1200 Spaz was ambushed and shot multiple times by Kenny Caps. The motive behind the killing was most likely rooted in the ongoing beef between rival rap crews, a feud that had already claimed several lives. Who is Joe Rod Adams, and how is he connected to Rashad? Joe Rod is reportedly the younger of Rashad Murphy, so what I'm guessing now is that Rashad Murphy couldn't stand by as his brother's memory was desecrated. Fueled by pain and anger, he embarked on a mission to avenge his brother's death. I understand if you ask the question, why not attack the killer instead of Foolio? Well, if you know anything about Foolio, it's that his whole brand is built on dissing dead ops. This case was not any different. Foolio has dissed 1,200 Spaz in his songs. In List of Dead Ops, Foolio raps, Amp and Big Bando died together, I'm smoking Spaz forever. There's also talk that Foolio's associates pissed on 1,200 Spaz grave. While it's true that someone pissed and spat on the grave, there ain't really a way to confirm that this had much to do with Foolio. But also knowing his history, nothing is really out of reach. All of this, coupled with some other actions, paints a picture of retribution by Rashad for the death of his younger brother. So now you can understand that there's the probability that Rashad began the whole plot and enlisted the help of Sean Gathright, Isaiah Chance, and Alicia Andrews to help get his revenge. But I'll let y'all decide that. Back to the arrest of Murphy, the fourth suspect in Foolio's murder. I'm gonna give y'all the full breakdown of how Jacksonville police found him and the standoff before he was finally arrested. On July 30th, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, JSO, received a crucial tip-off about Rashad's whereabouts. Murphy was hiding in an apartment complex in the Collins Road area on the west side. As dawn broke, a convoy of police vehicles descended upon the west side apartment complex. The complex was quickly surrounded, with officers taking strategic positions to ensure that Murphy had no means of escape. Residents of the complex were evacuated as a precautionary measure, adding to the growing tension in the air. The standoff began when officers attempted to make contact with Murphy. As a witness would later recall, using a loudspeaker, the police called out to him, urging him to surrender peacefully. However, Murphy didn't comply with the orders and refused to come out of the apartment. As time passed, the whole situation became even more tense, as the cops were aware of Murphy's criminal background. They knew that if they didn't end this fast, things could easily go sideways. Tactical units were on standby, ready to intervene if the situation escalated further. Finally, after several hours of intense negotiation, a breakthrough occurred. Murphy, perhaps realizing the futility of his situation, agreed to surrender. The relief among the officers was clear as they prepared to take him into custody. With their weapons drawn, they cautiously approached the apartment, ready for any last-minute surprises. Murphy came out of the apartment with his hands raised. He was immediately apprehended and placed in handcuffs, bringing an end to the standoff. The arrest of Rashad Murphy marked a significant milestone in the investigation into Foolio's murder. Authorities believe that Murphy played an important role in orchestrating the murder, and his capture was a crucial step towards bringing justice to Foolio and his family. Y'all remember earlier I talked about Rashad renting an Airbnb and the mistakes he made? Well, let me give you gist. As the investigation into Julio Foolio's murder continues, one of the most significant pieces of evidence that emerged is the discovery that Rashad Murphy rented an Airbnb only 1.3 miles away from the crime scene. To make things worse, evidence collected from Rashad's phone further implicated him. The digital records obtained by the police include a booking confirmation in Murphy's name. The booking was made through an online platform, and the payment was traced back to a credit card linked to Murphy. This evidence places him at the Airbnb during the critical hours surrounding the murder. The Airbnb in question is located in a quiet residential neighborhood, seemingly an unlikely place for someone involved in such a high-profile crime to hide out. Surveillance footage from nearby homes and businesses has further corroborated Murphy's presence in the area. Cameras captured a vehicle matching the description of Murphy's car, entering and leaving the neighborhood multiple times on the night of the murder. This footage has been crucial in establishing a timeline of Murphy's movements. The Ring camera on the front door of the Airbnb also worked against Murphy. It captured Isaiah Chance and Alicia Andrews, further helping place both suspects at the scene. Inside the Airbnb, investigators found several items that have been linked to the crime. Among these items were clothing and personal belongings that matched the description of what Murphy was seen wearing on the night of the murder. Forensic analysis has confirmed that some of these items contain traces of gunpowder residue.
This dude that's explaining this video can talk and talk and talk. How does he do that? That's crazy. I wonder, like, I'm thinking that he writes his shit all down and has it ready, you know, when he makes the video. And it's not a bad idea. And then edit this all together. I figure that it takes a lot to know how to do all this.
Further implicating Murphy in the crime. The police search of the Airbnb was thorough and yielded even more incriminating evidence. Investigators discovered a burner phone hidden in the property, which has been linked to several calls and text messages made around the time of the murder. The text messages found on the burner phone reveal a chilling narrative. In one message, Murphy writes, "I'm coming home. My thirst is quenched. Pop a bottle of Don Julio today." This text was the final nail into the coffin for the investigation. The presence of gunpowder residue on his clothing further strengthens the case against him. While Isaac, Gathright, Alicia, and Murphy have been arrested by JSO, the fifth suspect, Davion, is still on the run. Putting that aside, I want to bring y'all attention to something else, the possibility of a sixth suspect. Is Young Gene Ace the sixth suspect?
I mean, some people feel like you were behind that.
What y'all just watched is DJ Academics asking Young Gene Ace straight up if he had anything to do with murder, and Ace's response is a laugh. Now that's fishy, but I gotta tell y'all, the feds are definitely closing in.
So Young Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have people that are always watching them.
The internet is going wild with this. Many people believe Young Geen's reign is finally over. One person wrote, "Young Geen Ace getting watched 24/7 by the feds. He cooked." Another wrote, "I'm pretty sure the feds are enjoying the videos Ace dropped after. It seems many have been waiting for the heat to come down on Young Geen Ace." So then the question, how is Young Gene Ace connected? Let me fill y'all in the drama. First up, we have Young Gene Ace's latest diss track, "Do It," which many believe is a self-snitching confession. Just hours after the tragic murder of his rival Foolio, Young Gene Ace dropped a song that had both questionable lyrics and questionable visuals as well. While the timing of the track alone raised eyebrows, it's the content of the song and its accompanying visuals that have everyone talking. In "Do It," Young Gene Ace raps, "I don't even call him by his name. I call Lil do it. He with his baby do it. He with his mama do it. He with his mama do it. This money making do it." These lines are chilling, to say the least. The repetition of the phrase "do it" suggests a call to action, like he gave the directions to eliminate his enemies, regardless of their company. Speaking of company, did y'all know that Foolio's mom and his girlfriend were shot a few years ago and luckily survived? Well, Young Gene Ace's lyrics could mean he ordered those shootings as well. In general, it's just not a wise thing to confess to crimes in songs, whether you did it or not. There's been a new rise of rappers' lyrics being used against them in court. So if the authorities decide to pursue this angle, Ace could find himself in serious legal jeopardy. The explicit nature of his lyrics and the timing of the video's release make it a potential goldmine for prosecutors looking to build a case. Good examples would be Young Thug and YNW Melly case. They are both having a tough time right now, and their lyrics have played a major role in that. The music video for "Do It" also adds another layer of controversy. It features several masked individuals mowing down a man in what appears to be a hotel parking lot. This imagery is very reminiscent of the real-life events that unfolded at the Holiday Inn where Foolio was ambushed. The parallels are hard to ignore, leading many to speculate that Young Gene Ace is not just rapping about violence, but potentially confessing to his involvement in Foolio's murder. Social media exploded with reactions to the song and video. One user commented, "Ace told them to do it, y'all," while another wrote, "Damn, you did these victory laps for an inevitable RICO charge. That's tough." These reactions indicate that fans and followers are interpreting the song as a direct reference to Foolio's death. The timing, the lyrics, and the visuals all point to a chilling possibility that Young Gene Ace may have snitched on himself. To fully understand this raging beef that would lead to dissing on the same day your op dies, we need to revisit the long-standing feud between Young Gene Ace and Foolio. This rivalry has been brewing for almost a decade, involving their respective gangs, Ace's top killers, ATK, and Kill Them All, KTA. The beef between Young Gene Ace and Foolio is a tale of tragedy, violence, and relentless rivalry that has its roots in the streets of Jacksonville, Florida. This feud has been fueled by a series of devastating events events, and diss tracks that have left an indelible mark on both rappers' careers and lives. The animosity between Youngin Ace, born Keonta Bullard, and Foolio, born Charles Jones, can be traced back to a tragic night in June 2018. Youngin Ace was out with his brother Trayvon Bullard and two close friends Royale Smith and Jacoby Groover when they were ambushed in a drive-by shooting. The attack left Ace critically injured and claimed the lives of his brother and friends. This harrowing experience not only shaped Ace's music, but also intensified his resolve to rise above the violence that plagued his life. Foolio, on the other hand, has his own share of heartbreak. In February 2019, his younger brother, Adrian Denard Gaynor Jr., known as Bibby, was shot and killed in Jacksonville. This loss deeply affected Foolio and added fuel to the already simmering rivalry between him and Youngin Ace. The pain and anger from these personal tragedies have been channeled into their music, resulting in a series of diss tracks that have shocked and captivated their fans. One of the most infamous moments in this feud came in March 2021 when Youngin Ace released the song Who I Smoke. The track samples Vanessa Carlton's 1,000 Miles and features Ace and his crew taunting Foolio and his deceased friends. The provocative lyrics and catchy beat quickly went viral, sparking outrage and further escalating the tension between the two camps. Foolio responded with his own diss track, When I See You, which flips Fantasia's When I See You into a chilling message aimed at Youngin Ace. However, Foolio takes it to another level. In the music video, Foolio stands in front of a memorial for Ace's slain brother and friends, making it clear that the beef is far from over. The back and forth between the two rappers has continued, with each release adding more fuel to the fire. The violence associated with this feud is not limited to the rappers themselves. Their respective crews, ATK, Ace's Top Killers, and KTA, Kill Them All, have been involved in numerous shootings and retaliatory attacks. Despite the ongoing violence, both Youngin Ace and Foolio have managed to build successful music careers. One could argue that the rival was a big push to their respective careers. Their raw, unfiltered lyrics resonate with fans who appreciate their authenticity and the real-life experiences that shape their music. However, the cost of this authenticity has been high, with both rappers losing friends and family members to the violence that
God damn, bro. You see the bullets hit the floor right there?
surrounds them. One final thing that could add to Youngin Ace being implicated in the death of Foolio is the new video that took the internet by a storm. In this video, a masked man claims responsibility for the murder of Foolio. However, he alleges that Foolio was targeted because of his ongoing feud with Youngin Ace. He further claims that Youngin Ace orchestrated the killing by putting a $10,000 bounty on Foolio's head.
Ace had that money on his head, you know, Ace had to put that 10K up. Told me to slide, told me to smack food.
The masked man's video sparked a frenzy of speculations on social media. Some are questioning the validity of his claims, while others are calling for a thorough investigation into Youngin Ace's alleged involvement. But I have to point one thing out though. In the song Do It, a line from the chorus goes, "The money make a nigga do it." This line comes into question when you consider that the masked guy claims Youngin Ace put 10 grand on Foolio's head. All of this might look like some web of conspiracy. However, when you look at the history of violence in Jacksonville, nothing is ever out of reach. In the end, we just gotta sit tight and watch how this whole thing unfolds. Will Youngin Ace be arrested? And would his lyrics be used against him in court?
Told me to smack food.
The masked man's 10 grand on Foolio.
Well, that was a lot to watch. What do y'all think? I don't know.